How are you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm good. My name is Irene. I'm an English teacher. What about you? What's your?
My name is Ria and I'm from India. And where are you from?
Have you ever heard of Cyprus before?
Yeah, I've heard of Cyprus, but I do not know a lot about that place. How is
It's
it?
a
How is
very,
it?
it's a tiny island in the Mediterranean Sea. It's very close to Turkey, Syria, Israel. So it's very close to the Middle East.
Oh,
It's divided into two parts. Northern Cyprus, it's Turkish. It answers
okay.
to Turkey, and then the southern side, two formal languages, English and Greek, because Cyprus used to be part of the British colony. And
Okay.
yeah, that's Cyprus. Very small place, usual, typical island life.
So
So how
how is
can
the
I?
current situation over there? What about the
What?
pandemic? Is it affected or not?
Yes, we did get our first cases about 3 months ago. As soon as we got our first cases, the government closed down everything they could possibly close down. We're talking
Okay.
we were allowed to leave home once a day, only with permission, governmental permission. It's been about 3 weeks, no, 2.5 weeks that the lockdown was lifted because we didn't have any new cases.
Okay.
So we've had a few new cases here and there, but it's been pretty good. I mean, the government has handled it really well.
Exactly. So what all things are open? Like everything is open?
Do you know what? Yeah, this week, even the malls opened up.
Okay.
So basically, everything is open. The only thing is that uh, we have to maintain a 3 meter distance between each other.
Yeah, yeah. So you're still practicing social distancing.
Yeah, we're still practicing social distancing, and then if you go out for like dinner or whatever for food and drinks, um, you're most probably going to have to reserve in beforehand because forget about being in a packed place, very close
Exactly.
to each other.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's
You cannot afford that currently, right?
no, well, yeah, I mean, no one wants a second wave, no one wants a third wave, and Cyprus is such a small place, they're not going to be able to cope. The healthcare system, it's not that.
But still, they did well, right? I mean, it's not just
Very
about the
well.
healthcare system; it's about the actions that you take beforehand. So, countries
Exactly.
with the best of medical equipments have failed miserably. But the countries that did not have a lot of medical equipments actually made sure that they're taking steps beyond medical sciences. Like they're taking steps to, like as you said, the government made you in a very strict lockdown situation. You were just allowed to leave once, and that too with governmental permission. So I think it did well in that area.
Yeah,
Otherwise, no medical equipment would have been able to help.
I hope so. I hope we don't ruin it all by opening the airports and allowing the tourists to come in. But they have no choice. I mean, the government is getting a lot of pressure because Cyprus doesn't manufacture anything, imports everything.
Okay,
They live
it's a
off.
tourist place, I guess.
Yeah, tourism
Yeah.
is a big part of the GDP. So
But even if they open it right now, like let's say currently they open it tomorrow, people are not gonna come. I mean, I don't think traveling is that much feasible now for people. Even in India, we had some places that is famous for tourism. The northeastern is really famous for tourism. But of course, we all know that in this current situation, it's not gonna cope up that well. So then
mm,
why is government thinking to open airports so soon?
you know what? The thing is that you get also. I mean, that's the sense approach, right? Not to travel, to stay home, to give it a rest this
Yeah.
summer. But then you get a lot of people who kind of go against all that. Do you know what I mean? Um, I do hear quite a big amount of people, quite a great number of people saying, "Yeah, it's okay, it's fine. There's no virus. Let's go traveling." Okay.
Wow.
Mm. So I don't know. Apparently, there's quite a lot of tourists because of like no sunshine, and they've been Germany, for example, right? They want to travel. They want to
Exactly.
travel as soon as possible because that's what they're used to. Summertime is for traveling. It's for good quality holidays. It's for sunshine. It's for relaxation. And they're like, we don't care. We're gonna leave. I have some
That's
students in Germany, and
that's
they're like,
amazing. And for 15 or 20 days, I guess every profession has a bit of relaxed time, and even we are very used to traveling. I travel a lot during this time. I travel a lot with my family and friends during this time, because then, for the whole year, we are packed. We are packed with a lot of work, busy schedule, and everything. So this is the time that we also travel a lot. But we know that this time does not allow you to travel. Like, this time does not even allow you to go meet your friends. I've not met my friends for a very, very long time. And we just Skype sometimes, we just video call. This time does not allow you to do all those things. And how can you afford traveling all of a sudden?
This is, I don't get it either. Honestly, I don't get it, because even in Cyprus, right? The day they lifted the lockdown partially, and restaurants opened up, and cafes and bars opened up, albeit seating outside, no indoor seating, only outside, with 3 meters apart. I just went on into Instagram, and just to look through the stories of the day of people living here in Cyprus, you cannot imagine how many people reacted like they've never seen a restaurant before in their life, like they've never seen a cafe in their life, like they've never gone shopping before. It's like they've never seen clothes, they've never seen waiters and bartenders. Do you see what I mean? It's ridiculous. I mean, for me personally. For them, it's like, oh my god, the lockdown has been lifted. Yes, we can go places. And it's like, dude, it's a restaurant.
Exactly.
You can stay home. You can invite some people over if you really want to do that to yourself. Why? No, they want to dress up. They want to get all, all Barbie dolled up, and just and order cold drinks and salads. Honestly, I would just be sitting there all night thinking, my God, who poured this drink? Are they okay? Did they wash their hands? Did they put the gloves on? Did they have a mask on?
Exactly.
Did they sneeze in there? That's what I would be thinking. That's what I would be personally thinking. But do you know how many people do not think like this? It's crazy. It's mind-boggling how many people act as if they've never seen anything beyond their living room. And so they have to rush out, and they have to go shopping, and they have to go to the beauty salons and get their hair done and get their nails and their and dress up and go out as if they're never going to be able to do it again.
Exactly. It's mind-boggling, right? Even I get amazed sometimes, because even when I see some stories and people doing that stuff, even I get amazed. How are people doing that? I mean, okay, fine. It's fine till you travel for something essential and you travel for something. It's fine. You're meeting people. Okay, fine. Get it. You're meeting them at a place, at your home, at their place. Fine. Okay, I get that. You're meeting them at a public restaurant. How do you know it's safe? Why are you doing that? And it's not just about yourself. You're putting everyone's life in risk. You're gonna contact further people, right? So you're gonna put everyone's life at risk by doing such things. It's really amazing how people are doing that. And yeah, it's true. People are reacting as if they've never seen those things. And it's just been, people are reacting as if they've never seen all these things ever. It's like the first time.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's amazing. I just get amazed so many times, and it just happens so much. It happens frequently that I'm like, I've stopped even reacting. I'm like, okay, fine, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
And then you think to yourself, what is going? What's the problem? Is it that they hate being home so much? Is it that they hate being around the people they're living with? Is it that they really do not? I mean, maybe they made the wrong life choices. Maybe they married the wrong spouse, or they got together with the wrong person, and now it's a struggle for them, and now it's a burden for them, and they just want to get out of the house as fast as possible. In the beginning of the pandemic, I realized that there was a trend. There were families who were connecting. This wonderful relationship they had. They made mundane things, like really, really boring activities, into something so much fun with their kids. They were growing. They were thriving.
Exactly.
They were having a great time. Of course, they had difficult moments. That's fine. But in the overall picture, they were doing great. And then there was the other extreme or people who could not wait to leave their homes. They hated staying at home with their wives, with their husbands, with their. They're like, screw this. No, I want to get out. When are we going to be able to get out? This is disgusting. It's like they can't even stay present with their own thoughts, with their own selves. They can't look inwards. They always have to look outwards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And it's not a good thing, right? If I mean, it's really not a good thing if you're not satisfied, if you're not comfortable with yourself.
Exactly.
I guess, yeah, I mean, this time, as much as it is bad and it's a pandemic, I guess this time is going to really help people understand how important it is to sit with yourself, to be with yourself, to be with the people that you love. Because, people are discovering things that they've never discovered about themselves and about the family members. They're like, even I get to hear things like that. Even I get to hear people saying that we cannot stand living at this place. We cannot stand living with this person. And I'm like, these are all the peoples that you were really proud of one day, right? Mm-hmm. You were very excited to have them in your life, and now you're saying that you cannot even stand them, which means either you are not in your senses or either something is really wrong. So I don't know what's going to happen after all of this thing settles down. I guess a lot of chaos is going to happen after this.
I think a lot of aha moments are going to happen, or they're already happening.
Yeah.
I have a student of mine. He's a business owner. He's got a pretty expensive team of employees. And he said that during the pandemic, during this lockdown where they had to work remotely, he's realized that he's paying a lot of money for some people who are not producing. They're not being it just doesn't make sense to have them working for him, to pay the salaries that he pays them, and then to get that amount of production out of them, very low amount. They're not really contributing as much, and it sounds weird. He said, I can't believe it. It's like this pandemic is turning into a blessing, maybe somehow, because I'm really seeing
exactly
how much I'm getting from these people, and I'm seeing that I'm not getting much, and they're totally defying him at some points. It's like they formed this clique against him, and it's like, dude, you're paying them quite a bit of money. You should be getting.
The time after this pandemic, it's going to be a moment of realization for everyone. They're going to just come out realizing something new and learning something new. Like, even I learned a lot of things, but yeah, I can say, touch wood, for me, I was really happy being around the people that I am and everything. But yeah, I guess for some people, it's going to be a moment of realization, and they're going to realize something, which I guess will be great in a way that, everything is going to come to a definite good. It was really nice meeting you. Thank you so much.